We don't want to have you above the market or below the market. We want to have you in the market to where people are going to want to come in and look at your home and to make an offer.
And then you have to have the talk about price, and everybody thinks their stuff is worth more than everybody else's stuff. So that's got to have some challenges to it, right?
Oh, sure. I mean, because especially when everyone's hearing that it's a seller's market, everybody's, oh, well, my house is. So, my job is to show you what is happening in your area and the comparables and basing a price on that. So it's just educating everyone and giving them the tools to make the right decision. And that's a hard truth conversation as well. Sometimes people think that their value is more than what they, want. Yeah. And it's a little bit of a stretch sometimes. Well,
I think that would be tough. I mean, because you have these people that want this elevated dollar amount, and you're not in the business. You're not a business person to waste your time. So somebody's saying, hey, I'm going to list it for this much more and just see how it goes. Like, that's not really an ideal client, right?
Well, I think that there's times that you just, you want to, I think it's just educating them more. I think that a lot of sellers do get it after you explain to them, we want to keep you priced within the market. We don't want to have you above the market or below the market. We want to have you in the market to where people are going to want to come in and look at your home and to make an offer. So you don't want to get yourself overpriced. And I think that's all about having the right conversations and doing the right education ahead of time. And most sellers are pretty, strong on that. Accepting of that.
So you're listing out like maybe a couple points that might be on that checklist. You mentioned a couple, like the clutter and some of the, maybe some paints. Like, do you do a lot? I mean, when we watch TV and we see these people that are, doing all these things to these houses, like they're staging them. Is that a thing in Toledo? Because there's a couple things that I don't think of when I think of Toledo. Right. Not that there's anything wrong with Toledo. Obviously, I am definitely a Toledo person, but I don't think of people paying more than what the list price is, which I know is happening some. Right. And I don't think of like staging as being part of that equation, but are those things actually part of what people are doing on a consistent basis for houses? Well,
I go in, I'm not a professional stager, but I will, being in the business for so long, I have a good eye for what I always look at a home and I always talk to a seller and say, picture yourself as a buyer. Yeah. What would you see or changes that you would want to make to your own home to make it appealing for a buyer? So
that's interesting.
Yeah. So I'll do that, but then, and make some suggestions. But if someone really needs some staging, there are some great professional stagers in town that will do a consultation, that will come in and completely stage your home. I mean, there are a few of them out there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.